We have spent this whole series looking at RAG techniques as if they were separate products on a shelf: standard RAG, corrective RAG, self-RAG, adaptive RAG, agentic RAG, graph RAG. Modular RAG is the episode where they stop being separate and become one thing, because modular RAG is not another technique. It is a framework that contains all of them. Here is the realization at its heart: every technique you have learned is just a different arrangement of the same underlying building blocks. Corrective RAG is retrieval plus a grading module plus a fallback branch. Adaptive RAG is a routing module in front of different retrieval paths. Agentic RAG is those blocks wired into a loop. Graph RAG swaps the retrieval block for a different substrate. They are not 6 unrelated inventions, they are 6 configurations of a small set of composable modules, and once you see that, you stop memorizing techniques and start designing systems. That is the shift modular RAG names, from thinking about RAG as a fixed pipeline you pick off a shelf, to thinking about it as a set of Lego blocks you assemble for the problem in front of you. 9 concepts. The evolution that forced this reframing, the modules themselves, how every technique in this series is one arrangement of them, and the honest warning that infinite configurability is the fastest road to over-engineering there is. This is the capstone. It ties the entire field together. To understand why modular RAG exists, look at how RAG evolved, because it is a story of a mental model breaking under its own weight. It started with naive RAG, the original, dead simple pipeline: retrieve chunks, stuff them in the prompt, generate. A straight line, 3 steps, and for a while that was the whole idea. Then people hit its limits and bolted on improvements, and this became advanced RAG, still a straight line, but with extra steps added before and after retrieval. Rewrite the query before retrieving, re-rank the chunks after retrieving, compress them before generating. Better, but notice the shape did not change. It was still a fixed, linear, one-directional pipeline, just a longer one. And then the techniques in this series arrived, and they broke the line entirely. Corrective RAG needs a branch. If retrieval is bad, do something different. Adaptive RAG needs a router at the front sending queries down different paths. Agentic RAG needs a loop. Self-RAG needs the generation step to feed back and trigger more retrieval. None of these fit in a straight line, because they are not linear. They have branches, loops, conditional routing, and feedback. The linear pipeline mental model simply could not express them, and every team building serious RAG kept discovering they had outgrown the straight line and were writing tangled control flow to force nonlinear behavior into a linear frame. Modular RAG is the response: stop pretending RAG is a pipeline. It is a graph of components you can wire however the problem demands, and the moment you accept that, all the techniques in this series become natural expressions of one flexible framework instead of 6 special cases you have to memorize separately. First up, RAG as Lego, not a pipeline. The core idea of modular RAG is to decompose the RAG system into independent, swappable modules, and then treat building a RAG system as assembling those modules rather than following a recipe. Think Lego. You have a box of blocks, a retrieval block, a re-ranking block, a query rewriting block, a grading block, a routing block, a generation block, and each block has a well-defined job and a well-defined interface, so you can snap them together in different arrangements. Want basic RAG? Snap retrieval to generation. Want corrective RAG? Insert a grading block between them with a branch to a fallback. Want adaptive RAG? Put a routing block at the front. The blocks are the same, the arrangement is what differs, and the arrangement is what you design for your specific problem. 2 properties make this powerful. First, modularity. Because each block has a clean interface, you can swap one implementation for another without rewiring everything, Replace your dense retriever with a hybrid one, or your re-ranker with a better model, and nothing else changes. Second, composability. Because the blocks combine freely, you can express arrangements nobody explicitly designed, including ones that do not fit any named technique. This is the same shift that happened in software architecture decades ago, from monolithic programs to composable components, applied to RAG. And the practical payoff is exactly what you would expect from good modularity. You reason about, test, and improve each block independently, and you compose them into whatever flow your problem needs, instead of adopting a monolithic technique wholesale and inheriting everything about it. RAG stops being a thing you choose and becomes a thing you build. On to the second one. The blocks in the box. So what are the blocks? Modular RAG organizes them into stages, and knowing these gives you a complete map of any RAG system you will ever meet. Indexing, how your data is processed and stored, chunking strategy, embedding model, and the choice of store, whether vector, graph, or keyword. This is upstream of every query and quietly determines your ceiling. Pre-retrieval, everything that happens to the query before you search, query rewriting, expansion, decomposition, and routing. Post-retrieval, everything that happens to the retrieved results before generation, re-ranking to reorder by true relevance, compression to strip noise, and fusion to combine results from multiple retrievals. Generation, producing the answer from the assembled context, including how you prompt and how you cite. And orchestration, which is the new and most important one, the control flow that connects everything, routing, scheduling, branching, looping, and memory across turns. Naive RAG only had retrieval and generation. Advanced RAG added pre- and post-retrieval, but kept them in a line. Modular RAG adds orchestration as a first-class concern, and orchestration is precisely what lets the flow become nonlinear, branches, loops, conditional routing. That is the unlock. Once orchestration is a module you design rather than a straight line you are stuck with, you can express every technique in this series, because every one of them is really an orchestration pattern over the same retrieval and generation blocks. Hold that, the modules are the nouns, orchestration is the verb, and the verb is what was missing from the linear picture. Moving on to the third one. Everything you do to the query first. Let us go one level into the modules that do the most work, starting with pre-retrieval, because a huge fraction of retrieval quality is decided before you ever hit the store. The user's raw question is often a bad query, and pre-retrieval modules fix it. Query rewriting. Turn a vague, conversational, pronoun-laden question into a clean, self-contained search query, the reformulation we saw the agent do in Agentic RAG, here as a standalone reusable block. Query expansion. Add synonyms, related terms, or generate a hypothetical answer and search with that, a trick called hide, because a hypothetical answer is often more similar to the real documents than the question is. Query decomposition. Break a compound question into sub-questions and retrieve for each, then combine the multi-hop handling from the adaptive and agentic episodes as a block. And query routing. Decide which source or index this query should even go to, the vector store, the SQL database, the graph, the web, which is the adaptive and graph RAG routing ideas, again, as a reusable module. Notice what is happening. Techniques we met as whole named systems reappear here as individual, composable pre-retrieval blocks. Query decomposition was the beating heart of Agentic RAG. In modular RAG it is just one block you can drop into any flow. That is the whole point of the framework. It takes the interesting mechanisms scattered across the named techniques and makes each one an independent Lego piece you can reuse anywhere. So a modest, well-built system might use just query rewriting and routing to cheap pre-retrieval blocks and capture most of the quality gain that the fancier named techniques promise, without adopting any of them wholesale. Number 4. Fixing what came back. Post-retrieval modules operate on what the retriever returned before it reaches the generator, and they are some of the highest value, lowest glamour blocks in the whole framework. Re-ranking is the big one. Your retriever returns, say, the top 50 candidates by vector similarity, which is fast but crude, and a re-ranker, a more expensive, more accurate cross-encoder model, reorders those 50 by true relevance to the question and keeps the top 5. This two-stage pattern, cheap and broad retrieval followed by expensive and precise re-ranking, is one of the single most effective upgrades to any RAG system, and it is a pure post-retrieval block. Compression, or filtering, strip the retrieved chunks down to only the sentences that actually matter, which is exactly the knowledge refinement we met in corrective RAG, again, reappearing as a reusable module rather than a whole technique. And fusion. When you have retrieved from multiple sources or with multiple query variants, intelligently combine the results, deduplicate, merge, and rescore across them, using methods like reciprocal rank fusion. Fusion is what makes multi-source and multi-query retrieval actually work, and it is invisible until you need it, at which point it is essential. See the pattern one more time. Corrective RAG's refinement is a compression block. The grading step is a filter block. The family's ideas keep dissolving into reusable post-retrieval pieces. The lesson for building is that you do not need to adopt corrective RAG to get its main benefit. You can just add a compression block and a re-ranker to your existing pipeline, and you have captured most of the value with a fraction of the complexity. That is modular RAG's quiet promise. Take the good ideas without swallowing the whole technique. Number 5. The control flow that breaks the line. Orchestration is the module that turns a pile of blocks into a system, and it is the piece that distinguishes modular RAG from everything before it, so it deserves the most attention. Orchestration is the control flow, the logic that decides which module runs when, and what happens based on results. It has a few key patterns. Routing. Send a query down different paths based on its type or complexity, which is adaptive RAG, expressed as an orchestration pattern rather than a standalone technique. Scheduling. Decide the order and the conditions, run this module, and if its output meets a condition, run that one, otherwise loop back. Fusion at the flow level. Run multiple retrieval paths in parallel and combine. And the big ones, loops and branches, conditional edges that let the flow go backward or fork, which is what lets you express corrective retry loops, agentic reasoning loops, and self-correction. This is a concept that makes everything click. Once orchestration is a thing you explicitly design, the whole zoo of named techniques collapses into orchestration patterns over shared modules. Corrective RAG is a branch, grade, and conditionally route to a web search block. Adaptive RAG is a router. Agentic RAG is a loop where the orchestrator itself is an LLM deciding the next module at runtime. Self-RAG is a feedback edge from generation back to retrieval. They are not different systems, they're different wiring diagrams over the same components. And this is exactly why frameworks like LangGraph model RAG as a graph with nodes and conditional edges, because that graph is the orchestration layer, and the orchestration layer is what modular RAG made a first-class citizen. When you can draw your RAG system as a flow graph, you are thinking in modular RAG whether you call it that or not. On to number 6. The payoff. Every technique is one arrangement. This is the concept the whole series was building toward, so let us make it explicit and complete. Take the same box of modules, retrieval, grading, routing, re-ranking, generation, orchestration, and watch every technique in this series appear as one arrangement of them. Standard RAG, retrieval, then generation. 2 blocks in a line. Corrective RAG, retrieval, then a grading block, then a conditional branch to a web search fallback, then generation. Same blocks, plus a grade and branch. Adaptive RAG, a routing block at the front choosing between a no-retrieval path, a single retrieval path, and a multi-retrieval path. Self-RAG, the same, but the routing and grading logic is baked into the generation module through training instead of sitting in separate blocks. Agentic RAG, an orchestration module that is itself an LLM, deciding at runtime which retrieval and tool blocks to run, in a loop. Graph RAG, the retrieval block is swapped for a graph traversal block over a different indexing module. Read that list again and the point lands with full force. These are not 6 things to memorize. They are 6 wiring diagrams over one set of paths. Learn the paths and the patterns, routing, grading, branching, looping, fusing, and you can not only reconstruct every named technique, you can build combinations that have no name because your specific problem needed them. That is the gift of modular RAG, and it is why it is the right note to end the series on. It converts a list of techniques you would otherwise memorize into a design space you can navigate. You stop asking which technique should I use and start asking which modules does my problem actually need, which is the question a real engineer asks. 7. Infinite flexibility is a trap. Now the warning, because a framework that lets you build anything is a framework that lets you build a monster, and modular RAG's greatest strength is also its greatest danger. When you have a box of infinitely combinable modules, the temptation is to use them, to add a query rewriter and a router and a grader and a reranker and a compressor and a fusion step and an agentic loop, because each one individually sounds like it improves quality. And then you have a 14-module flow that is slow, expensive, impossible to debug, and, the cruel part, often no better than a well-built 3-module pipeline would have been, because most of those modules were solving problems your actual queries do not have. This is the single most common failure of teams who discover modular RAG. They mistake configurability for a mandate to configure. The framework says you can wire anything. It does not say you should. So the discipline is the exact same one that has run through every episode in this series, and it lands hardest here at the end. Start with the simplest arrangement that works, retrieval and generation. Add a module only when you have a specific, measured problem it solves, a reranker because your relevant chunks are ranked too low, a router because your query load is genuinely mixed, a grading branch because bad retrieval is reaching your users. Every module you add is latency, cost, and a new failure mode, so each one must earn its place with evidence, not with the vague sense that more sophistication is better. Modular RAG gives you a design space, it does not give you judgment. The judgment is knowing that the best RAG system is the simplest one that solves your actual problem, and that the modules exist to be added reluctantly, one at a time, each justified by a failure you actually observed. Number 8. How you actually build this way. A crucial clarification that saves confusion. Modular RAG is not a library you pip install. It is a way of thinking about RAG systems, a design philosophy, and several frameworks embody it to different degrees. LlamaIndex organizes RAG into composable components and is largely built on this modular philosophy. LangGraph models your system explicitly as a graph of nodes and conditional edges, which is the orchestration layer made literal, and it is the natural home for the branching and looping flows the named techniques need. Haystack pipelines compose components in a similar spirit. So in practice, adopting modular RAG means choosing a framework that lets you compose and rewire modules, and then, this is the actual skill, designing the right flow for your problem. And the design process is concrete. Start by understanding your queries. What kinds of questions do you actually get, and where does a simple pipeline fail on them? That failure analysis tells you which modules you need, and only those. Build the minimal flow. Then instrument every module, because in a multi-module system, when the answer is wrong, you need to know which module failed, and observability per module is the only thing that makes a composed system debuggable. Then improve one module at a time, measuring against an AVL set, because modularity's real payoff is that you can upgrade the re-ranker without touching retrieval and know exactly what that change bought you. And keep the flow diagram current and readable, because the whole value of thinking in modules evaporates if nobody can see how the system is wired. The mindset in one line: do not ask which RAG technique should I use. Ask what does my query load actually need. Compose the smallest set of modules that meets it, measure each, and add more only when the evidence demands. That is modular RAG, and it is really just disciplined system design applied to retrieval. The final one. What they're really asking, and the whole series in one answer. When modular RAG comes up, the interviewer is testing whether you can see the whole field as a coherent design space rather than a list of buzzwords, which is exactly the level of understanding that separates a senior engineer from someone who has read blog posts. Lead with the reframing. Modular RAG is not another technique. It is a framework that unifies all of them. By decomposing RAG into reconfigurable modules, indexing, pre-retrieval, retrieval, post-retrieval, generation, and orchestration, that you compose into a flow for your specific problem. Then deliver the insight that proves you actually get it, and this is the answer that makes an interviewer sit up. Every named technique is just one configuration of these modules. Corrective RAG is a grade and branch, adaptive RAG is a router, agentic RAG is an orchestration loop, graph RAG swaps the retrieval substrate. So I do not think about which technique to adopt. I think about which modules my query load needs. Then show the orchestration understanding. What makes modular RAG different from the old linear pipeline is that orchestration, routing, branching, looping, is a first-class module, which is why modern RAG is modeled as a graph, and why frameworks like LangGraph exist. Then, the maturity signal: volunteer the risk. The danger of infinite configurability is over-engineering. So I start with retrieval and generation and add a module only when a measured failure justifies it. And close on the through line of the entire series: the best RAG system is the simplest one that solves the actual problem. Every technique is a tool for a specific failure of naive retrieval, and the skill is not knowing the fanciest one, it is composing the right ones for the questions you actually get. Say that, and you have not just answered a question about modular RAG. You have demonstrated that you understand the entire field as one design space, which is the whole point of learning it. Let us close the series. Modular RAG is not another technique on the shelf, it is the shelf. It reframes RAG from a linear pipeline into a set of reconfigurable modules: indexing, pre-retrieval, retrieval, post-retrieval, generation, and the one that changed everything, orchestration, that you compose into a flow for the problem in front of you. And its great gift is unification. Every technique in this series is one arrangement of the same blocks. Standard RAG is retrieval into generation. Corrective RAG adds a grade and branch. Adaptive RAG adds a router. Agentic RAG makes the orchestrator an LLM in a loop. Graph RAG swaps the retrieval substrate. Self RAG bakes the logic into the model. 6 wiring diagrams, 1 set of parts, so you stop memorizing techniques and start designing systems, asking not which technique should I use but which modules does my problem actually need. And the discipline that ran through every episode lands one final time: hardest here. Infinite configurability is the fastest road to over-engineering, so start with the simplest flow that works. Add a module only when a measured failure demands it, and remember that each one costs latency, money, and a new way to break. The best RAG system is the simplest one that solves your real problem. That is the whole series in a sentence, and it is a whole craft. Standard, corrective, self, adaptive, agentic, graph, and modular, you now hold the entire family as one design space. Go build the smallest thing that works. Subscribe.